Hi everybody, I'm back. This particular video, we are going to look at what happens if you can't find your data. And the video where I went over the tools of ArcMap, I talked about how the MXD file, the map document file, is a set of instructions and there's no data actually included. It tells you where to go get that data, and where to get the data is the key phrase there. And some of you have emailed me and called me and asked about, oh my gosh, I can't, when I bring up my map, it's empty. Let's look at what happens there, and I'll show you how to remedy that situation. So if you go to the MXD here, and I double click on it, it's going to open up ArcMap. It's going to open up ArcMap, and it's going to take a little while to do so. And I set mine up so that it would fail, so I could show you what happens. And I hope everybody's watching this, including the people that did not have this problem. If you get there and say, oh, I didn't have that problem, I'm not going to watch this. Please watch it anyway, because you might have it later. It happens sometimes randomly with no warning. So look what happened here. I got a map document with no map. Well, that's not helpful. You can't even turn them on and off. It just yells at me. There's a couple of ways you can do this. Let's look at large cities here. This is the active data frame. This is highlighted here. Still nothing showing up. So double click on large cities. The layer properties come up. There's a couple of ways you can get that layer property to come up. Double click on that or right click and go to properties. And there's no description in the symbology because it can't find the data. So what I have to do is tell it where to find the data. So I go to source. That source is saying, here, go get the data from here. And look at what it's telling me. It tells me that the data, when I saved this, I saved it to my C drive. But I decided I'm going to move to a different computer, so I'm going to put this on my my external hard drive. So I moved all my data, all my stuff over to the external hard drive. And so it's looking for it. When it was saved, it was saved to the C drive. So it's looking for it on the C drive. So when you depending on how some people have their downloads set up and everything, when you downloaded this, sometimes that little bit of instructions gets lost or confused in ArcMap, and it doesn't know where to find it. So you just have to go tell it where to find the file. Okay, so I moved it to my my E drive. I believe it's E drive. So I have to tell it to go to the E drive and find it. Sometimes you don't even move it, and it just a little glitch happens and it can't find it. So you just have to go remind it where it is. So I go to set data source, and it's looking in my C drive. But if you'll notice, it's not giving me an E drive as a choice. It might actually be my D drive. One thing you have to do, if you can't find the location, you have to set up your data, your folder connection. So if you can't find where you don't see the folder where you have that on there, click this little button here. This little button, this is connecting to folder. So this tells it, this is going to tell tell where it can connect. So this is interesting. Oh, computer. I am still not quite used to how this PC. There we go. There's my E drive. Here's my E drive. This is where I moved it. So I have to click on the E drive. If I click on here, this means I can access anything on my E drive. So I'm just going to let that be good. So I don't have to, if I have it in several different data in several different folders on this E drive, I can find it. If you copied yours over to your documents file or your downloads, then you need to connect to where you have it saved. So if it ended up being in your documents file, click on documents. Make sure, you just have to make sure you click on that one. This will mean if I make that connection and say, okay, this will mean I can connect to anything in the documents. But I want to get my Seagate here, and I'm going to connect to that, and it just says E. That's fine. That means I can get everything on my E drive. So now I have it in Bond's old external drive that kicked off and died a few days ago. I had to move it over here. And I have it in my ArcLessons files, data, So student packet, module 1, data. Oh, look, it's playing hard to get with me. Oh, okay. Apparently I did layer files. Oh, it's being naughty today. Oh, sorry. And you will see how easy it is to get. I'm kind of glad that happened because you can see how easy it is to forget where you put your data. This should come up. You should see layer files. You should see the World Geodatabase. I have an extra student packet in there somewhere for some reason. So I double click on World GDB and this comes up. So if I want large cities, I need to click on the cities, GR, that means greater than 100K. Add that. Say OK. Look, there it shows up. World phone lines, properties. Now it's kind of knowing where it, well, no, it didn't save that. Sometimes it goes there automatically where we want it to go. Oh, here's where it goes automatically. I do this so many times that I do this automatic, it's automatic in my head that I expect certain things and it's not there. Okay, world phone lines is in the layers file. And it's not showing up. I think it's because my data got corrupted coming over. But see if it's in that one. I moved some things around. Yeah, my data got corrupted when I moved it over. But hopefully your data did not get corrupted and you'll be able to find those layer files. Land areas, properties, source. So the land area, there's my stuff got moved around. It's going to be in country. Say OK. There's my land area. Country outlines is also in that geodatabase. And it's the country 07 demographic file. I'm sorry I can't get my layers on there for the world phone lines because I accidentally, it appears that I deleted it instead of moving it over, so that was really wise of me. Properties on rivers, go to your source, make sure it'll move you, once you do this for one thing, it'll move you over to that folder. And let's see, rivers, right there, add, and then my lakes. Oops. Set data source and lakes. So provided you didn't do what I did and accidentally delete the data in the layer file instead of copying it over, you should be able to get that the world phone lines and the other information out of the layer files. Okay, so that's what you'll need to do if you get the red exclamation marks. You just need to right click and go find it. Go to properties, source, set data source, and then find that in the file. All right, hope that helps. Again, apologize for deleting my data so that I couldn't show you how to get to the layers, but that's how you do that. So hope it helps, and we'll have one more video released for Wednesday. So when you see one video, you should be able to find 2 more videos released on Wednesday, September the 10th. And we'll see you in the next video.